All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I'm going to go ahead and let's go over what it is. Let everybody come in a little bit more. All right, we got some Israelite ingenuity going on right now. All right, but hey, we would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh by Hashem, Kadosh. We also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David be elect. And can you start with Sirach 11? All right, we'll open it up with the scripture action. Okay? Because there's a shift in the planet, man. All right?
This Sirach 11 and 5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of had worn the crown.
Have you noticed that all of our patriarchs were like country boys, man? Let's understand that Israel was formed out of the desert. Israel was formed out of the wilderness. Abraham left a world power. He left Babylon. The patriarch Abraham, man. He left a world power, man.
Yep, heard of Chaldees.
Yep. Jacob was formed. Jacob's dynasty, the dynasty of Jacob was formed in the country. You know? Just like your uncle, your great granddaddy got all his beard around him and he leaving legacy still, leaving wheels and stuff, man. All right? But we're saying all that to say, the nation of Israel is about to be forged out of Babylon again. All right? The dynasty of David is going to be forged out of Babylon, man. All right? But it started with the 144,000. All right? We are the dynasty of David, man. Okay? Starting with the elder apostle of Great Millstone, elder apostle Har, trickling down to elder apostle Gabar, elder apostle Ka, all right? Going down to the different churches. We represent the dynasty of David, man. Being forged out of Babylon, man. All right? And it said one that was never thought of. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say this too.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all seen Game of Thrones. Everybody, Jon Snow. He's a bastard. But guess what? In reality, he was the king. He supposed to be the king on the throne.
Yep.
So he's the king. But everybody's like, no, he wanted thought.
Right.
He was the king.
Right.
And that's true. Like you brought that, bro. He was the king. But everybody thought he was just a bastard. No. He's the rightful heir to the same kingdom.
Yep.
And that's how we all the law with me part of the leg go. We all the right, but we all the righteous. We are the kings to the throne.
Because the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, especially the Southern Kingdom, we're a bastard in America. Because we can't trace our lineage back before America. You know, anybody tell you, well, I'm part Irish, part Scottish, you know, German. But the nation of Israel, we have no source beyond America. All right? So it's just, we all started here in the laboratory, in the lab called America, in the creature that was created by Frankenstein. That's us, man.
That's something.
You got it, bro.
Isaiah 32 and 15. Until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest.
Yep. And that starts with Elder Apostle Great. And it actually start out with Elder Abba Bivens, man. The voice of one crying in the wilderness. The voice of one crying in the wilderness is like a seed being planted in the desert that eventually flourishes into a great oasis, man. A great flourish dwelling place, man. And it all started with Rabbi Abba Bivens, man. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 41 and 18. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the cedar tree, and the myrtle and the oil tree, and I will set in the desert the fir tree and the pine and the box together, that ye may know and consider and understand that the hand of Yahweh have done this, and the Holy One of Israel have created it.
And the seed that was planted in the wilderness started with Rabbi Abba Bivens, right? In the high place really comes from Yahweh Bashim El Shai. It's that knowledge that springs forth of the spirit world, man. Coming down to Rabbi Abba Bivens, all right, trickling down to High Priest Ariah, all right, King Masha, breaking High Priest Ariah. The spirit got on him to break down the 12 tribes of Israel, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Beat times, man.
Beautiful.
But now look at this flourishing. Because you have a seed that grows into a tree, and the tree has different branches. Well, every camp is a branch of the tree. All right? We represent the branch of the tree, man. All right? That bring forth fruit. You know? But it all started with a seed, and one that was never thought of. That's about our business, man. And even us in these cities, man, we are the future rulers of the world, man. And we're never thought of among our culture on the media. And when I say we, I mean the elect. Because a nigga get more clout, a wicked dark nigga, a dark spirited community terrorist get more clout than Jake, man, than out of fiber, man. Man, we got it, bro.
Let me finish it out. All right, this is Isaiah 44:3. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring.
It tells you in Ezekiel 37 that I will put sinews on the bones, man. That the bones gonna come together in the wilderness, man. And we're gonna stand erect in the wilderness, man. Because it's the word. It's the understanding of the word. And that desert is America. It's a dry place. It's without wisdom, man. The scripture says, drink water out of thy own cistern. Well, a desert doesn't have cisterns. All right? So therefore, America spiritually is that desert because there's no understanding here. Jake is dry.
Yep, and like when you go back, when our forefathers and before Moses in the wilderness after they exited Egypt, you know, it tells us in the Corinthians they drank of that rock that followed them, and that rock was Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai was in that ship, you know, leading us. So it's happening again in the spirit.
Right.
You know, by way of his wisdom.
And that's why this temple can't be destroyed. Because we represent every living brick that make up the temple. It's not one physical temple. Alright? And that's why you got niggas like Local have commission to turn down the temple, to stop the building of the temple.
Yeah, that's him, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, man. They know. And you know what? And what you see on social media, all these videos about street, you know, who shiesties and little dirts, that's a psyop. That's to keep that's the pour that magic over us to keep us sleep, man.
It's like a covering cast.
It's a covering cast.
That's what it is.
Because it's oversaturated with this hood shit,
Man.
this street shit. But y'all gotta go with this. Wow. It's a psychological attack. That dark vibration. Like Future's a witch, bro.
Oh, straight up.
Metro Booming, Future, some niggas are witches.
Witches.
Because that music, all that music is like a low frequency. They got this low tone when they speaking. It is to keep you on this low frequency, man. You know? Keep Jake enchanted under this low vibration, man.
Ain't no life in that, bro.
And then the women, all the women are just some dark spirited niggas without penises, man. They're like these new rapping females, these deep voice, little big, like dark spirit. But you know what? They're implants. It's an enchantment against Israel. They've always had enchantments towards Israel. There's always been some attack against Israel to make us sin, to make us go astray. But now it's more covert because the real witches and the high priests, they're in Europe. But they just commission the CIA and the FBI to enchant us. They do it through technology. Technology is a vessel, it's a channel, but you're channeling sorcery towards the 12 tribes, man. All right?
And this is Rock 13:22. It said when the rich man is falling, and think about the rich man, we talking about how they put. It's not just rich man, you know, they got these big ass niggas like this, entertainment, they making money. And even you got the cigar.
Yeah, come.
And this is him, y'all. This is I'm about to bring up this him to the T. And show how the people is all about him too. It's this Ecclesiastes 13:22. And so when the rich man is fallen, he had many helpers, and he speak things now he ain't been spoken.
Yeah, because so when Yahweh Shai was being crucified, then you had the other Jake, Barabbas. Well, like these niggas, right? They kill somebody or they go to prison. Everybody's waiting on these rappers to come out of prison, you know.
These different drug dealers or gang members.
Social media is oversaturated with the conversation of the darkest niggas, man. It's oversaturated with all the skits, all the parodies. The podcast is about what gang member did what.
But it's spirit because hey, buddy, I saw man posting a picture of George Floyd. Yeah. I'm not sure like what inner city this is, but they made this. But you know, anyway, they made it into a god. They got like a statue of him on a park bench. Yes, yeah, George Floyd. They made this dude to a god, man.
That nigga was on the Habib show, man. That nigga was on a porn scene, man. It was a porn scene, man. It was a low life.
Low life.
It's a low life, man. But y'all love that dark, low-level energy.
He was a Mason too. Yeah, I remember, with that info coming out.
And with that being said, that nigga might not even be dead, man. Come on, man. That nigga might not even be dead, man.
The whole psyop the whole time.
The whole psyop the whole time, man. All right? But it's a psyop, man. And the reality is, you love Barabbas more than your Hawashai. Yep. Because if you're an Israelite, there's only two spirits you can come in. The spirit of Barabbas or the spirit of Yahushua. Particularly the spirit of Satan or Baal or the spirit of Yahushua. So you either in this Roman dark-spirited bullshit or you're in the spirit of light, which is Yahushua, man.
Barabbas, when you go to his name, when it goes to the Son of God. And who's that guy referring to?
Satan, man. You know? Because Satan is the God of this world.
Alright, I said, he's speaking things that not be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man sleeping, and yet they rebuke him to, he speak wisely, and it could have no place.
We speak wisely, but we don't have some position in America. Oh, those are the wise men of our nation. Oh, now they read the Bible for real, for real. Like, nah, we're nothing to these people, man.
Yeah, Jacob rather listen to damn Nation of Islam.
Yeah, Jacob.
What the hell they talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? The irony, the Nation of Islam listens to us. I've seen footage of Farrakhan coming out of Leviticus the 11th chapter.
Straight up, bro.
He coming out of Leviticus the 11th chapter.
But he a Muslim and he gonna read from the Quran. He constantly read from the Bible.
Yeah. And then it's another one. I just thought Dr. Moore, I forget his name, but he was basically breaking down the chariots. Now, how the hell y'all know about the chariots? How the hell you know the UFO is a chariot, man? Because the real sister is the word. It's the word, man. And you preachers are demanding 40,000, 40K out the congregation. I bet he still got members. Because he's a rich man that's speaking.
And, you think about his words like, it's like into a riverbank. You think about like out there in Africa in the wilderness, all the animals, they always draw around. They always go to that riverbank for the source of water.
Right.
And you see how these other nations were really our people that's called to these wayward religions, they keep trying to come to that riverbank. Which y'all do on the scriptures,
But the Most High said all types of rocks.
And that preacher, remember, it's Sirach 13:23. It said when a rich man speaketh, every man hold his tongue and look and say, thou exalt it to the clouds. But if a poor man speaketh, they say, what fellow is this? If he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
And we're in Yahweh by Hashim Shai Sims game. So we're little Sims character in the Most High's theater. So we're the people, we're the prophets, but the Most High made the prophets to look like the off guys. Like John the Baptist, right? In his other coronation was John the Baptist, the voice of one crying in the wilderness. He was rough around the edges. And you watch certain movies, the prophet is the crazy guy. But even now, we're in that spirit of John the Baptist. We got rough garments. You know what I mean? We got rough beards. It ain't like the clean cut beard. Are we yelling, spitting out of our mouths, patchy beards and shit?
Yeah, we not a uniform, polished camp.
Yeah.
We're not out speaking with microphones.
And then what I've noticed, not to be funny, but we look a little poorer on camera than we do in real life. Like we look a little more rough. Like you see brothers in person, like man, that's a nice looking brother. Yeah. But you see us behind the camera, like man, them brothers look rough. But you know who did that? How about Shema shot? Because that's the character. We're role playing. We're role playing. The Most High sent us in the world to condemn the world. But the plot, but the thing with what he did as a director, he made the truth seem insignificant. He made the vessels that brought out the truth seem insignificant. That's part of his Sims game, man. That's why I'm gonna give you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth, but you're not gonna respect the person that's telling you the truth. You know, like I said, the Most I gotta sell to him, brothers on camera, brothers look a little rougher. And you said, brother, in person, like, nah, that's a he just ain't it, but that's the spirit of the Most High. Yeah.
It's a stumbling block.
It's a stumbling block. Like everybody's fat, sick, and overweight, right? But it's a little fruit stand. In the summertime, there's always some old Jake with a fruit stand. And if you eat this on the daily, you won't be fat, sick, and overweight.
That's what a life at, but instead people want that junk food.
They want that junk food. It is overly advertised. You see? So the Most High is not in balance where He not gonna give you the truth. He gonna give you the truth, but we just that old man with that old pickup truck, and we got them collard greens, them turnip greens, them onions. Yeah,
That brother, I know the elder R1 from the Great Millstone, Alabama church, Great Millstone, Birmingham, Alabama church. He had made a point that real power is subtle. Like you can't, you may not be able to perceive it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something small. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at us, the way we are. The scripture say how the Lord would set us up as a little sanctuary, man. But this is what the heavens dealing with. Like, there's chariots over our camps, even though you can't see them. Like this is where that true power at. But when you look at these prestigious, churches, got 30,000 plus members. People perceive it to be the truth because of the numbers. But that's how the Heavenly Father, that's how He did this thing. That's what He wanted you to think. But meanwhile, this is the truth the whole time, man.
The whole time. Broad is the way to lead to destruction.
Yep.
And speaking of prestige, is always a smaller number.
Yep.
Or anything that's superior is a smaller number because it takes more to get to that. It takes more to be a Navy SEAL. Yep. So it's not a lot of Navy SEALs. It takes a lot to get in the NBA. It takes a lot to, you know what I mean?
Hey, get that car and send like a car.
Rolls Royce?
Rolls Royce like that?
Rolls Royce,
Yeah.
9 months.
You know what I'm saying? So
And it's handmade, right?
It's handmade.
Yeah.
It takes a Nissan. It takes you 3 hours to make a Nissan Altima. To get that Nissan Altima from one end of the plant to the end of the other end of the plant, like 3 hours. I think it might be less than that. I can't remember because I used to work in the plant. But now Rolls Royce takes 9 months to make one Rolls Royce, man. But that's how the Most High, because it said with great work that He made that with His, with the elect.
but you think about it like when He made everything, it took 6,000 years, right? He made everything, but it took so long to do it.
Yeah.
But He made everything perfect. So like that Rolls Royce, 9 months. It took it to the world, to the Yabashai and the angel, 6,000 years to make the world perfect.
Yep.
Everything made perfect. So I see. So when people like, how you not Esau like what? Lord done enough. Lord made everything perfect, man. Everything was perfect made.
We'll go back in the beginning. It says how the angels, the power saw that was good. Everything was good, but
yeah.
Esau, he don't want to make his own version.
Yeah.
That's basically what that is.
He think he's better.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, man, hey, but you know what? A madman is running the earth. Like the movie Problem Child, Dennis the Menace, them little was it Big Brain? Yeah. A psychopath is running existence, bro. And it's scary. It's scary. He's crashing the planes. A psychopath has the power of Earth right now. It's scary, bro.
This 1 Corinthians 1:26. For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
So, because we're so-called uneducated. Most of us don't have doctorate degrees, and if we did, it's not in religion, it's not in theology. All right? So we're classified as the foolish. I think it goes on saying base things. All right? Because we consider base in the sense of where we are in the social sphere. All right? We're laymen. Most of us are, physical, low end pay, middle, whatever. But we're not billionaires. We're not some Ivy League scholars, man.
We're some working class jakes.
Working class jakes. That's the term, bro.
And Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Weak in the sense that we don't have any power in a social sense, man. All right, but that's the seed that's planted. The mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds, if I'm not mistaken, but it creates one of the biggest trees. All right, so the elect, man, and it's a marvelous work, man. Yeah.
Verse 28. The base things of the world, the things which are despised, have Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai chosen. And we should go to the word, the scripture goes to, it's like the offscreen of this world. It goes to like the foot. And also offscreen goes into a person regarded as fallen for society. So we're considered like outcasts within this society. And we're not going with the so-called enormity within this world. And as stated out of foolishness of this world, it's enmity with Yahweh Bashim Shah. He's not with the system. He's not with the so-called the accolades within the system, like the bachelor degrees, the doctorates. That don't mean nothing to the true understanding of Yahweh Bashim Shah.
What did the apocalypse? What's the X-Men apocalypse? No more systems. No more superpowers. Yeah, and basically it was going to off this bitch with those missiles. Yep. And Yahweh, hey, Isaiah 63, who is this that cometh out of Egypt? Yeah. When we get the last round of scriptures, it's already 12.
I could set you broke real quick. This is the book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 13. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua. You know, so that's the spirit we come in. Like you said, you know, we don't have a doctorate in theology.
Yeah.
You know, well, we didn't go see different seminary schools, man. You know, we just simply listen to the Lord's men, the elder apostles, the elder bishops, a great millstone. We listen to men that were moved via the Holy Spirit, and that's how we got this, man.
And then all that doctrine bullshit, it just Edomite supremacy.
Yeah.
Because all the theologian scholars are Edomites. So basically, you're saying Edomite enlightened me. Master taught me. Yep. So Yahweh Shai, he didn't want us to be under that program, so the world could see this knowledge is not of the world. So yeah, all that I went to school for this. No, you're a freaking slave, man. That's why Yahweh Shai had a ruling class mentality. That's why he wasn't saying shit to the Romans. That's why it was prophesied in the book of Psalms. Dogs can pass me. And Edomites are dogs, man. By nature, they're the human dogs of the earth. Am I right or wrong? They're human in their nature, in their mindset. They're like human dogs, man. But the point is, we're not under no damn Edomite, man. All right, we didn't have to go through the Romans to find out who the Romans were. You think the Edomites gonna tell you if they're Edomites? Right. You think they're gonna tell you, look, we're Amalek. We weren't supposed to know about that book that is called Sit Hidden. It's the reason why it was Sit Hidden. We weren't supposed to know about it.
You go into the Apocrypha, it tell you a whole lot. You know, they call out names and everything, you know.
And they name dropping. Because Haman was of the Macedonians. But Haman was the son of Haggai, which is a what? Amalekite. But Amalekite was the progenitor of Haman, which is a Macedonian, which was of the same nation of Philip of Macedon, which was the father of Alexander. But everybody knows Alexander was a real character, he was a real person on this earth, and you love Alexander. Because Alexander reframed existence and called everything Grecian names. Atheos, Ethiopian, monkey, all that shit they showed you in the movie.
Yep, and that was the emergence of the first Edomite power structure on the earth.
Yep, the emergence of the first Edomite. So the emergence of the first Edomite power structure of the earth came from the descendants of Amalek, man. Sit hidden for a reason, man. All right? Jacob, go ahead, bro.
This from Charles Ryrie. He says the Bible is the greatest of all books. To study it is the noblest of all pursuits. To understand it, the highest of all goals.
Because you can run the world through the word. This is the most brilliant book. I'm going to break it down to the spirit of Brother A. Lambeck, my country shot. You got the Dara, the 613. That's a system of government society. It's a superior system. You got the law of food, the law of civil matters, the law of judicial matters, ceremonial laws that stay connected to Yahweh Bashim Shai. I might do this one more.
Come in, smoke too.
All right? Yeah, but the law is a system to run society. But then you got the book of wisdom to elevate you, to refine you as a human. So you got the book of Proverbs, you got the book of Sirach. All right? So this is a book to refine your character. You got the prophecies, you got the history. All right, collectively in one book.
It's just like the brother movie, Book of Eli.
Yeah, I say
you got it, bro.
No. You got it.
But the one Edomite that was over that particular town, you know, the Denzel character that went into, he wanted the Bible so bad. Yeah, he had to have the Bible because he knew he could control the minds of the people.
He said it though.
He said it, yeah.
He said it. He said that the book you could control the minds of the people. He said it.
The foundation of America was the Bible. That's why alphabet games got burnt up. witches got alleged witches got burnt up. All right, that's how they justify slavery through the Bible. They went into the Old Testament, man. Civilization got built with the Bible, man. So this is a world. If we go to another planet, which we will go to another planet, we're gonna base it off the Bible. We're gonna build our civilization off the Torah, man. Hey, we're gonna colonize you, motherfucker.
What's the name? President said, book is this law of the land.
Yeah. President Ronald Reagan.
Yes,
1983.
He said the Bible is the law of the land.
Yep.
But guess what? They said it, but did they ever?
They don't keep it though.
They don't keep it. That's the song.
But that's why the place gonna be destroyed. You know.
Yep. You know. Anybody got anything else?
Underdogs about to win, man. So, you know, right back, we connected through the spirit of the lesson, and the underdogs about to win. And so, you know, MZ said that there's a quote that says, the underdog is just a champion waiting to be crowned.
Woo! Underdog is a champion waiting to be crowned. That's Jacob. That's what supplant means. Supplant basically means you're waiting to overtake the other person. That's what it means.
We're like the most known unknowns within the society. The Lord has got us set as sleeper cells right now. You know, spirit.
No, and the speaker always say, Lord, give you crown. You're gonna be crowned, so you're gonna be crowned. Lord will be crowned, bro.
You know what Scripture say? One that wasn't heard of, this is Sirach. One that wasn't heard of, he have won the crown. Somewhere in Sirach. Yep.
But in Psalm 82, we call the hidden ones. In Psalm 82, we call the hidden ones.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes into the one never heard of, man.
When it goes to where hidden, it goes into a peculiar treasure. When we say Malachi, he's going to raise up his jewels, you know, those precious stones.
Because most precious stones are beneath the earth. And then even when you dig them out, they're hiding in plain sight because they look like regular rocks. Not till you shine them and polish them and refine them, so you see that they are precious jewels.
But you know, crazy now, you know, Pastor, they did a video on Hiller said, Mary stole
God's jewels. Yeah.
So, hey, man, come on.
But that's pretty much the point, man. Hey, man, I hate to say it, man, but we got next. You know, like it's kind of.
You don't hate to say it. We don't hate to say it.
Yeah, no, it's
I know.
That's another Israelite used to say it. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
We do that next. But hey, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Them understruck elder apostles and elder bishops and great millstone. Peace and blessings. Health and wonders to the house of David through the Lex. Bible Ball.
Bible Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.